right? And I feel like you're like, okay, let me see. You're not thinking about a change, you're going through a change. Like you're on I feel like it's the transition part of this change, right? And I feel like you may be dealing with some internal battling on this in between, is what they call it, in the in between. So hold on. Okay. Um, this isn't a little change. This is a huge change. And I remember speaking a couple of days ago about this week being a very transformative week for many people if they took it seriously. So I want to talk about something real fast. So normally you go through like what's called, this is like a miracle or a blessing that's trying to come through. So you must listen. Okay. You must open yourself up. And I'm allowing Most High to use me right now because I'm speaking to someone, I don't know, in particular. There's a conversation that needs to be had here. Now, this can be between you and God. And I don't mean like, okay, go pray. People will tell you, oh, go pray about it, and that's it. That's not what I'm talking about. There's something here that you need to sit down and have a conversation. There's a conversation that needs to be had here. And I feel like it's a conversation that you're going to have to, there's a surrendering that needs to take place. What happens when you're going through these transitions, these rebirths? They're a little bit, they're different because you're experiencing many different shifts in your way of thinking, your way of being, seeing, feeling all at the same time. And I just heard you don't know what the right one is to listen to. It's the heart. God connects with us through our heart space, right? It's a feeling, it's a knowing that we are being listened to, that our hearts are protected. This is a safe space. God is saying that there are some people that are trying to learn how to talk to Him and hear His voice and things like this. I feel like I saw the Eight of Wands in reverse when I was like shuffling. So this is like there's communication, but someone's not receiving it. Someone may be thinking that their prayers aren't being heard. It's the way in which you're trying to get the response, the Most High is saying. So, how will this work? Like, how can you shift the way you are thinking about your connection or if you are connecting, right? A lot of people just say, oh, just say a prayer and God will fix it. Like, that's a half ass way of having a relationship with God, and that's not how it works. I hope I can try to help someone understand how to connect with God, truly, you know, as the bridge, the rainbow. So it will come in times where, you know, usually like nothing is happening, like nothing's happening, or a lot may be happening, but it's internally. You get to a point of a I don't want to call it a breakdown, but it's a hold on, I gotta get this shit off my back. And you just sit down. And it's kind of weird because I believe that when we get to a certain point, God sits us down, period. We always think we know. Hello. We always feel like we know. And that's the thing. Like, the devil brings what we want, and we get that easily. We be wanting things, God be giving us things, and we're not in alignment. We're not getting the communication. How does this break down? Okay, God's trying to guide and direct you toward a specific thing, a specific outcome, a specific destination, but you think your way through it. You're not communing. You're not getting the message up, wrong turn. You're not getting the message like, go this way. As you're walking your path, God is saying, you're walking your path, and yes, it is seen, but that communication, that must be an ongoing thing. There's always a breakdown in that, and you start over analyzing, over rationalizing, you start thinking the worst, and God's like, yo, I'm right here. Someone here needs to form their connection a little bit stronger right now. This is why I keep saying things like faith, hope, all of these things that have been instilled in you, because you can always reach back in and grab those and keep going. Oh, yeah, faith told me that if I do this, if I move this way, if I do that way, then this will happen. I know because this happened, so let me keep moving with faith. And usually faith is what we fall back on when we don't know what else is going on, because we know God is working. This is the season where you guys need to know how God is working in the moment. Okay. God wants to break down any barriers there may be in communication between you and Him. So yesterday I was thinking about a lot of stuff, right? Let me just give an example. And it's crazy how, like, literally, we walk in. When I talk about sit you down, like, I'll be walking, whatever, doing whatever I'm doing. There'll be a bench somewhere. I don't even be thinking about it, but all of a sudden I'm sitting down. I'm like, fuck, here we go. This is just me. And then I'm looking around and, looking up, and there's water around. I stop looking at the water, and it just be like, damn, God, I need a break. I really need a break. And He come through like, give yourself peace. I'm giving you an example of how conversations go. That person, that job, that situation, I know you want it so bad. I've seen what you've done. I've seen your effort. I've seen your work. Now I need you to surrender it all. Surrender it all. You want to be strong. You want to fight. You want to stand up for what you believe is right. But I want you to surrender it now. I want you to let it all go. I want you to give it all to me. I want you to continue to be strong, but I want you to give it to me. That's your test. Can you give it to me? Can you take your hands off of the situation? Can you follow the directions? Can you listen when I speak? That person that you keep wondering, is that the person that you're meant to be with? Yes, they are. That's your person. But the road to attainment will take work. At the end of it all, at the end of your story, that is the dream job that you want. But you have to work for it. God, everything is just so difficult right now. Why is everything so difficult? You said that you would never leave me. My child, I've never left. I'm here in your corner, despite all odds. I see your struggle and your pain. I see the nights that you've cried. I've seen how no one cares about you. This is God speaking, not me. I've seen how the people you love have broke your heart to pieces. If I get emotional, I'm sorry, because every time I talk to God, I cry. I'm going to fix that for you now. I'm going to rebuild your heart and your spirit and your mind. I'm going to show you that everything in life is divine. Wow. I don't know. That was God talking to somebody. Is there anything else? What else do these children of you, Most High, need to know? I heard, sorry, I heard, oh God. Let me see, I heard, my children, my children, my children. God is looking down and he is very proud. He is proud of his creation. The way you honor me is unmeasurable. The way you say my names, my names, there are many names for God. The way you say my names, despite the darts thrown your way. Keep standing, my child. Stay strong, my loved one. Wow, you are in my hand, now and for all eternity. Someone is about to get blessed. You will have eternal blessings. I heard immaculate overflow. Abundance will always be your portion. Your heart is as open and as wide as the biggest river. Someone may live near a river or spend a lot of time near water. Someone out there, I heard, you are here for a grand, grand purpose. And when the tears flow, let them come. When you cry, I am close by. I heard, as a parent nurturing a baby. Wow, something here about that too. I don't know. God loves you. You are loved. I'm emotional. I'm emotional, and I can't let it go. I'm trying to hold on. Sorry. Okay, the Fool. What are you saying with this card, God? It's time to stop believing what you thought. It's time to let go of the games that you play with yourself. You're not waiting on a miracle. You're waiting on yourself. Someone out here, God is saying, you are the gift. You are what you want. What you want seems so far away from you because you don't realize and actualize that you are what you want. Whatever that means in whatever way. God is saying nothing is outside of you. Thank you. Okay. Y'all hear the noises. Confirmation. Your heart is your compass to guide you down your path. My hand is always in the situation. I am the creator of destiny. God says God said, I put you here for love. I put you here for growth. I put you here for expansion. I put you here for more, more, more. More is your portion. Wow. God is blessing someone with overflow, whatever that means. God is blessing someone with overflow. 10 of Cups. understand. You have to surrender. There's something here you have to surrender, and it's this thinking that you can do it by yourself. You want a specific thing. When God is knocking on your door and saying, hello, I got what you want, it really will speed up things for you that you doing on your own would take years and years and years and years. Some people been waiting on shit for years and years and years, doing all these things, and they still don't have the thing that they've been wanting for years. And it's a simple conversation. God be knocking on our door every day, all day. But it's on us to listen, to hear the voice of God. And some of us have the gift to do so very, very clearly, very, very freely. Those are the people that are the chosen messengers that receive messages. I don't want to always give you guys messages from. I want you guys to be included in going back and forth with the messages that are being given. It's very simple to talk to God. And yes, it may start by prayer, but that's a prayer. There is still communion to be had. There is still a back and forth. God is still giving you messages. When you pray, you're just speaking. You're just speaking. There's a whole other side of your prayer that you get answered when you listen, and it requires you to not think. You will hear God through your heart. You will feel God in your vessel. When the Spirit of God comes over you, you will know. You will have an instant realization. You will instantly feel relieved of a pressure, a pain. You will instantly know something that you were searching and hungry for knowledge on. And when God puts it in your face, when God gives you exactly what He said He was going to give you, because He's going to. How do I know that? Because He's done it before. There's something here about in this cycle that you guys are going into, you have to be able to hear what God is speaking, because you are going to be put in some different situations and you are going to have no one but you. No one can confirm, no one can verify, no one can make you feel or think. Your communion, your conversation, your going back and forth has to be A1. We're not even worried about the devil and the witches no more, says God. They have no match to His power. No witch is stronger than God, who created the witch and the magic the witch uses. Wow. Okay. All witches will be binded to their magic, and all my chosen ones are set free. Fool card. Fool card. Y'all are being freed from something, and I feel like it's this projection of fear. I feel like it's this projection of the unknown. Okay, here we go. Here we go. You're going into a season of the unknown. Says who? God says, what's unknown? It's unknown to you because you have not yet talked to me. This is a season where a lot of you guys who are like, I don't want to say psychics, but we'll say the Starseeds, we'll say the awakening ones. You guys have gifts of clairvoyance. God is saying, I gave you the gift to see so that you could see where you were going and what was to come. You're in a season now where you are in the season. I don't want to say of the unknown, but you're in the season where the seasons that y'all predicted, right? That you were given visions and downloads of, you're in them. So it's like at this point in time, you can't see any further than where you are because you're caught up to the vision. You're caught up to the promise. You're in it. Like you're in your vision right now. Do you get what I'm saying? So God is saying it may appear unknown, the future. but it's truly not. It's just, it hasn't, we said this yesterday, the other day, it hasn't been created yet. And so this is why when we talk about being true manifestors of our reality, we saw everything up until this point. We may not be able to see nothing right now. God is saying you got a blank canvas, that's why. There's nothing ahead of you, that's why. The future is not set in stone, is why. So now is the time to come to me. Let's talk about it. Okay, what do you want to do? How are we going to do this? You're creating your future right now, right here, right now. So God is saying this is why this connection needs to grow. Because God is giving downloads. God's giving you what you want, what you guys have been asking for, but you have to apply these things. And if you're just asking and you're not listening and receiving Empress energy, you cannot birth, manifest, Empress Magician, what it is you actually want, because what you want needs to be in alignment with what God is telling you is for you. You cannot do this cycle on your own. I am bringing you somewhere. You have asked me for what you want, but I'm giving you what you need. Do you want it? Do you want what you want? There's something God wants you to create, and it's something that you have been wanting. And God is saying, I'm giving you all the tools, full card. You might not feel like you have nothing, but you have everything to create this, to bring this into reality. All of this is spiritual communication. This is not here. We're not here right now. You get what I'm saying? We're in the spirit. I know the difference. So as I'm talking to you spirit to spirit, what we're doing is we're laying down a groundwork for our future, God is saying. And where we are standing right now, and where we will be in the next 10 years, rely greatly on this connection and communication that we are having, soul and spirit to soul and spirit. Okay. What else, God? Told y'all to go in the hermit mode yesterday. Some of y'all, if you did, you're getting this. I'm just confirming. I don't play about what I say. Somebody don't want me to talk. My voice when I get all raspy. It's all good. Yeah. The Empress. Last night I was getting a download. Who is the one? Who is the true and living God? When I was talking to God last night. Who is the true and living God? Why is that person the true and living God? Do y'all know? Maybe when you talk with God today, he'll tell you. God, do we need to know anything else before I go? Know that. Wow, okay. Know that. Who is the true and living God? Free yourself. Why do you think half the cards in this tarot deck is women? More than half the cards are women. Free your mind. Take your power back. Period. And that's all I'm going to say. All right. Anything else, God? Your intuition is talking, okay? There's some people out here who may be trying to affect your intuition. People don't want you to get these downloads. People don't want you hearing God. Okay, let me say this. It's not people. Let me just be real with y'all. Everybody don't care about your connection, okay? Everybody don't care about your connection with God and, how God is trying to use you and all these other things. People don't care about that. But what people care about, okay, we can be realistic, is how something that you do or something, whatever it is that you might be able to produce and or birth and or grow, right? Somebody out here doesn't want you to use your divine gifts, talents, and abilities to create this abundance. There are people in this world who don't think it's fair. They think that you have an easy life because you have gifts that you can use to create your wealth. And the thing with that is so wrong, and that is so unfair for you guys to be judged in this way. You're doing nothing wrong, God says. God says if he gave you gifts to use, you better use those gifts and do what you must do. God speaks to you. God speaks through you. Hierophant, High Priestess. Y'all got some true deep connections. I'm just here to confirm what your intuition has been telling you. And if I'm telling you something you don't know, take heed. I'm helping you change your life. I'm helping you all see something very, very clearly and close something out and free yourself. What do people really honestly need to be freed of in this reality? If you think very deeply about that, people want you to be worried about, the everyday mundane things like your job, your house, and blah, whatever. Think about these questions. But ultimately, worry is what? It's a wasted emotion. So people are worried about you and why you're not worried about the things that they're worried about. That's what God says. But the reason you don't worry is because I already told you. This is the thing. Some of you guys, you live a life, okay? And God is saying, people be watching you, and they don't understand how you're able to move through and get through all of the things that you have gotten through. Why you seem as if nothing affects you, or why you seem as if you have no emotion, why you seem, you hear what I'm saying, seem as if. These are all people's assumptions of you. But I feel like your connection to the Most High is very, very, very strong. Hence, there is no need for that energy. And I feel like anyone who is trying to bring you that type of energy, you gotta know the game that they're playing. People that have true connection and belief to God don't try to manipulate people when it comes to Him. If it's not straight and to the point, it's confusion, and that don't come from God. So if I'm sitting here and I'm telling you that God is trying to talk to a lot of y'all, God needs y'all to sit down. God needs you to shut up. God needs you to stop thinking you know everything. God needs you to take the fucking warnings. God needs you to listen to the choices and options that He's presenting you with. Because each and every single one of them is going to be better than the one that you can logically come up with. God is saying, when I'm trying to knock on these doors, when I'm trying to throw you these keys, when I'm trying to walk you down pathways that are only going to lead you to your greatest self in life, I need you to listen. And here's the thing. Some people will say, well, you can't make... No. I don't care what nobody say about that shit. You can't make nobody whatever. No, you can't. But what you can do is understand this. There are certain people in this reality, whether people believe it or not, there are certain people that God has His hand on so heavy, He will not allow them to not wake up. It doesn't matter what this individual has to go through before they actually finally feel God's hand moving in their life for them. Some of these people may feel like God is cursing them. Some of these people may feel like God is stripping everything from them. Yes, not cursing. Stripping, yes. He's stripping because He's trying to give you something. And eventually, He knows when all is gone, if this is what it takes, that you will finally come to Him and say, God, what is going on? And He's going to say, I've been trying to get your attention for fucking 2 years. I've been trying to tell you this and this and this and this and this. And I gave you that sign, and I showed you that vision. And when that shit happens, what are you going to do? Damn. And then you wake up. Some people, God does not care about waking up because they weren't chosen to be woken up. Period. Somebody say, that's not fair. Well, fair to us is different than fair to God. What's right and just to God is different than what's right and just to man. Don't we know that? Let me close this out. It's getting too real. God's going to wake up, so we got to wake up. And I know that I am proof of this. Does it feel weird sometimes to come on here and give these messages? Like, I know people are looking at me like I'm fucking bugged out. I don't give two fucks. Let them think what they want. They have seen my blessings through you. That's what he just said. They know you are of me. That's what he just said. The doubters are going to doubt. The real, no real. God, close this out for these people. So if you're fighting this connection right now with God, this may be why it seems like this energy is affecting you, if that makes sense. You still avoided it. You still avoided it. Now, we're not talking about them karmics doing the magic. They getting all these houses. But you were still spared from something. You were still saved from something. Something still did not touch you because God's hand is on you. So whatever this experience was that could have been so much worse, God is saying, it's because my hand was, and I am passionate about you. All I'm saying is thank God. All I'm saying is, God, I'm grateful. All I'm saying is, damn God, I never knew. I never knew it was that deep. Yep. God says, I got you. You learning. You're learning. You're getting the keys now. So work on that connection because I'm telling you, this season, this is how things are going to come into the physical. This is how equal reciprocity, equal give and take. This is how it's going to come in. You're going to get what you give. You're going to receive and put out. God is saying something here. And it's all going to come from the actions that you take. That's it. And you will have all that you need. There's the abundance. There's the overflow. There's the love. There's the divine. There's God's hand. There's your heart in God's hand. This season, God is removing and clearing all of the pain from your heart. It's kind of like a spiritual surgery you guys are going through. Yeah. Spiritual surgery of your heart. Yeah. Healing. Yeah, a lot of you guys, if you understand what I'm saying spiritually, you get what I'm saying. You've gone through a lot. Your heart has been hurt. But the ending of pain is here, God says. The ending of pain is here. You walk through that door. God walked through that door. You met God. You will meet God. There's an experience that's going to happen. I'm telling you. Because God said you will be free. You will be independent. You will be tied to none. Something is going to be released to you, God said. Your spirit team is helping you and guiding you toward this. All you must do is listen. Listen to your intuition. Listen to the voice of your soul. But in your hermit mode, there's something that God is releasing to you. That looks like a star, doesn't it? So if this is something you prayed for, you better go in to get it. Everything don't show up as, a new car or a new house, or it could be the way to get the new car. It could be a message that God gives you in hermit mode, like, okay, I know that you've been wanting this job, so you gotta go online, go to this site, okay, send this over at this time, right? You're gonna get it back in 2 days, and that, like, this is what leads to the miracle. It's the listening. It's the listening. It's the doing what is being asked of you and listening, being obedient. It may not make sense. God may tell you in hermit mode, He's giving you something. This is all I keep saying. You're being given to. Do not deny your blessings and then say someone blocked you. You have to listen. And I'm talking to people that know exactly what I'm talking about. That's why I'm saying it. I think God is testing spiritual ears as well. I think God is testing spiritual ears as well for these blessings. But some people are so caught up in listening to other people about their journey, they're missing the most important part. That they don't know what the fuck is going on. It's yours. Walk in the light. This is the message we have heard from him and declare to you. God is light. In him there is no darkness at all. Many things that happen in the world today are symptoms of a sick society. The average person feels unable to confront the evil around him or her, which can give rise to an attitude of complete despair. Nothing in our modern world can be as appalling as the crucifixion, whatever that means. And yet the light broke through the darkest moment in history, when Jesus overcame the forces of evil and rose triumphantly from the dead. Regardless of how dark your circumstances may be, put your trust in God, follow him, and you will see how his light expels the darkness from your life. The prayer. Lord Jesus, in your light we can see light. Help us to see your light in this dark world so that the darkness will be dispersed. Amen. Message for today. Gotta go. Got shit to do. Love y'all. Keep talking, keep listening, keep getting what you need, keep creating your new reality and move forward.